You are listening to Palucci Performance Podcast, and here is your host, Ray Palucci.
Hello everybody and welcome to the new episode. Thank you so much for finding the time or making time to be here with me. And let's go straight to today's topic. I'm Ray and I'm your host, and today we'll talk about success. What success means to you, what success looks like in general, how can we use success to motivate us, and how can we use success to become the best version of ourselves. This topic fascinates me. Everywhere I have this conversation with different people, with different colleagues, different books that I read, different episodes that I listen or shows, I feel like everybody have a different mindset. And obviously, I've always been such a driven person. I've always been the person that wanted to be the best when I was playing tennis in Albania, and I became national champion. And even now that I'm the head coach, obviously you want your team to win, but success is not just about winning, in my point of view. So I've been searching a lot and researching, and it's just fascinating to see what success means to every person. And first of all, I gotta say that it's different. What does success mean to me doesn't mean to you. And just because I feel like I am successful, in some other person, it's like nothing. Like there's no success. They'll be like, yeah, you haven't done anything. And also, I want you to think that if you believe or you have this mindset that you're not successful right now, I also believe that there will be people out there in the world that would love to be on your shoes right now and have what you have and just live your life. So I believe we should not measure success with other people's successes. We should not feel like we're competing with other people. Now, with that in mind, obviously there gotta be trophies out there. Okay, I love when Gary Vee is like, I hate 8 first places, and obviously I hate that too. I don't like that if there's a competition with all the kids and everybody should just be praised because they're competing. No. I believe that you should have first place, second place, and third place. But just because you, for example, get third doesn't mean that you're a failure. Because last year probably you didn't even compete. Okay? So I'm all about succeeding. I'm all about striving for success, wanting more, pushing ourselves, do better and better and better, and earn your success. But it's different to anybody. And again, I don't believe that we should measure with other people's measurements. Okay? When I first started coaching, I thought that I wanted to win as many matches as I could because that would define me as a better coach. And more time I'm spending on my job, more I'm listening, more seminars I attend, live coaches I meet, etc., etc. Coaching, it's not just about winning tennis matches. Being a coach in a collegiate level is much more. And I've realized that, and I just feel like I love my job even more about it, because I tell my players, I don't want you guys just to succeed in the court. I want you guys to succeed in the court and outside of the court. I want you guys to become the best version of yourself. After 4 years, you're probably never going to play tennis again, but your life is going to go on and on and on. And I want that my players to have a conversation with someone someday, 10 years from today, 20 years from today, 5 years today, whatever it is, and mention that they had a coach that pushed them in every aspect of their life. I told them in their face, I don't want you to call me, but that's when I know inside that I've done my job. Because it's not just about winning a tennis match, it's much more. What do I mean by that? I feel like success is in the journey. It's not just in the destination. How many people we've seen that have been dying from overdose just because they want that release of the dopamine even higher? There's like so many singers out there that they reach the success. Now they want more success, but they cannot have it. So they get themselves into drugs. How many people feel depressed because they won 5 years in a row and they lost the 6th year, they get depressed because they feel like they're a failure. It's all about the journey. I don't believe that we should just measure ourselves with one fight we have a year, but on every daily thing that we do is what defines and makes us become more successful. Chris Bumstead, I've listened to an interview of him, and I love him. He's been Mr. Olympia for so many years, and he talked about his successes and his journey, and it was just fascinating to see the Mr. Olympia, like the best bodybuilder out there. It looks like so strong, fascinating, winning 4 or 5 years, whatever, how many times he's winning the row, telling that he had like his heart broken, and so many times he had to sit down while he was taking a shower crying because he felt like he was failing. He felt like he wasn't having enough of his life and just feeling bad. And I love when he says that it's not just about to him just the Mr. Olympia, but it's on the daily grinding that he does that makes him become the best version of himself. And even when I look back on my journey, I loved when I passed my counseling exam. I love when I won different tournaments. But when I look back at it, it was like on the grinding moments that I loved. It was on the moments behind the scenes that made me enjoy to go there. So success for me it's like kind of an emotion. It's, obviously you get a trophy, but after the trophy are just those emotions that are within you. So knowing how to control those emotions and being clear with yourself what success means to you, I feel like is very, very important. And obviously, you want to do great, okay? And again, I love one of, I believe the correct name is Matthew McConaughey, when he won the Oscar in 2014. His speech was fascinating me. He mentioned when somebody asked him like what's his hero, and he said that hero is himself in the next 10 years. And then when that person met him again after 10 years, he's like, no, I'm not even close to my hero. My hero is in the next 10 years. And he's like, I'll never be my hero. I'll never beat my hero, but it's okay because it gives me someone that I'm chasing to. So seeing success as yourself in the next 10 years and then you achieving that and also you see now the success in the next 10 years, I feel like this is so powerful because it gives you the motivation, the energy, and the mindset to keep going in the daily things to make you the best version of yourself. And obviously, of course, hopefully you have this idea that yourself in the next 10 years is your success, okay? And hopefully, I hope that you compare yourself with how you were a year ago or 2 years ago, or maybe how you were yesterday. Like, did you do better today than yesterday? But I also want you to know that sometimes you won't feel at your best. There will be times that you have to play the game with the cards that you've been given. I tell this to my players that sometimes we don't have to just play an amazing tennis. We just have to win matches because that's what counts. So if you feel like you are not feeling your best today and you just need to take like a couple hours off or like a day off from everything, that's a success because holding yourself back to recovering so you can become stronger next day and push more, it's also very difficult to do. I find it very tough to when I have my days off or when I have my deload weeks on the gym. I just don't like it. So even those things are very powerful. So knowing how to hold yourself and knowing how to become grateful and happy and see success in daily things you do, even though in that day you're not feeling your best and maybe you're not doing more than what you did the last day, it's still okay if you have pushed yourself on everything that you could on that day, okay? So on the books that I read from Tony Robbins, from Brian Tracy as well, they've mentioned this Japanese phrase, I believe that it comes, which in English there's no word, but the letters that stand for the phrase is CANI, which I call it Chani. I don't even know if that's a word or not, but I just like it because it sticks in my mind. And it means constant, never-ending improvement. And this has been like my motivation and my goal for the last years. Constant, never-ending improvement. And I also like to add another word for myself in brackets, which is in everything. Constant, never-ending improvement in everything. Becoming better at coaching, at playing tennis, at meditation, at reading books, and in the podcast here, I feel like it's so powerful. So that's how I feel. I feel like I'm not comparing myself to anybody else, just to myself. And I'm also comparing to like in so many different areas. I'm getting better at waking up earlier or staying longer in the cold showers. Those have just helped me so much. And I hope you guys can also see this as something that maybe you can carry on for yourself. Having goals will help you a lot, because by not having goals, you don't know where you're going. Okay, how can you know if you're succeeding or not if you're just floating around and your boat has no destination to go? So having goals, specific goals, striving for those goals, hopefully putting some time when you want to achieve it, short-term goals, long-term goals, so it can keep you in check. I believe those can be very, very helpful in your journey of being successful or in the success topic. And also, you want to surround yourself with positive people, okay? You want to surround yourself with people that pushes you. Today, I feel like people don't want everyone to succeed. And maybe it could be, in our egos and in our dark sides of human nature, just because I've also felt like sometimes I've been jealous for other people. And not now, but when I was younger. I don't know if you guys have experienced this when you were in the middle school and I don't know exactly the grade, but when you're young and your friend next to you got a better grade, and even though he's your best friend, now you become jealous, or your best friend got like a very hot girlfriend or boyfriend, and now you're jealous, and you're like, why am I even jealous? Like, they're my best friend. I spend so much time with them and I love them, but I'm getting jealous. So in our nature, I feel like is this ego that we always want to be better than the others. But in today's society, sorry if I offend people, but I feel like we're not as motivated as what we should or what we can. I feel like our standards and our goals are lower. I feel like we can all do better as society, starting from myself. So living in a society where we just complain for everything that we hear, we see, we try to find mistakes on other people and not in ourselves, or in other thing else, just not in ourselves. In a society where we don't strive to become successful and we don't spend more time learning and growing, but we spend more time on things that doesn't even matter tomorrow or like in the next 1 week. Today, people, I feel like we're weak, we're low in motivation, in the energy, and I also believe that we still don't want to see people better than us. So if you have a friend that is an alcoholic, what do they tell you? They don't tell you like, don't look at me because I'm doing wrong. They want you to be an alcoholic with them. If people don't go to work, they'll be like, quit your job because you're stressing yourself. If people are drug addicts, well, they'll tell you to start doing drugs with them. So that's why it's also very, very important to surround yourself with positive people. People that can push you, people that can motivate you, people that won't let you down, and people that basically just kind of motivate each other by kind of seeing who's going to be more successful in this area, in this field. So I truly believe that competition it helps to improve. Again, I'm not trying to like overlap things what I said in the beginning, like to not measure yourself with other people's success, but we still want people to compete and to motivate us, because that's how I feel we're also going to see the best from us. Okay, it's a crazy topic, right? I can speak for hours and days for this topic, and I love when I have some conversation with different friends and people regarding this topic. What is their point of view, how they think about it. And some people are like, oh my God, like I'm in my 20s, I just want to travel the world. And there's people that are like, oh no, I want to make as much money as I can in my 20s so I can travel the world later. So it's a very fascinating topic. What I shared obviously are my ideas and my opinions, and are things that I've been taking out from all the research I've done for many, many years, and things that I feel like they're very, very valuable. And if you like any of those, please use it for yourself. And if you have any other opinion, or if you liked any of the things, again, try to reach me out. I'll be more than happy to hear your guys' opinion and thoughts about this topic. And again, I hope you guys liked it. Again, I appreciate so much for your time. And until the next episode, you guys stay blessed.